My name is Nick Mason. I am also known as the Living Dead drummer. I'm a drummer, obviously, based out of Southern California, and I freelance, so I play with a wide variety of different artists. I just got done here at the NAMM Show playing 2 shows with Kapali Long, who's a Hawaiian kind of blues soul artist. We did the Gibson main stage, and then we did the acoustic lounge. Play for a number of local groups in Los Angeles and a couple of international groups, some stuff overseas too, which is nice. Yeah, career's been going really good. It's been this year especially. I mean, we're only a couple of weeks in, but this year's been really busy. I'm booked, several months out in advance and stuff like that. I can keep a roof over my head by playing the drums, and you can't really ask more than that. So I'd say the career's doing okay. There's that thought's always lingering in the back of my head. I haven't had like a real band where I'm sitting down with pen and paper, helping write the songs and stuff like that in a very, very, very long time. I might want to do that at some point, but right now honestly, I don't think I have the time to dedicate to it. So much of my focus is spent working on material for existing artists and stuff like that. So maybe at some point, but right now I don't think it's pretty high on the priority list. It changes. You got to be quicker. You got to be a little bit faster on the draw. You absolutely cannot take a day off, kind of thing. The way the music industry works now is it's very fast and it's rapid fire. Whoever's big and hot news today isn't gonna be in 6 months. So you have to try to, stay ahead of the curve as best you can. They've made it, in California specifically, they've made it very difficult. Recently, they passed some new laws that make it even harder to do what I do as an independent musician. So it's a juggling act for sure. So AB5 affects me in a manner where a number of the people that I work for throughout the year that hire me for different tours or even one-off gigs or recording sessions and stuff like that, if they're paying me with a check and and I'm expected to get a 1099 in January and file taxes to say I did these jobs and I did the work and I'm paying my taxes for it, that's now illegal. There is not an exemption for musicians on AB5, and it means that all of those people have to hire me as an actual employee, which means payroll costs, health benefit costs, unemployment costs. It's a tremendous financial burden on the people doing the hiring, and as a result, they're just not going to hire anymore. So far, now again, the law just passed on the 1st, and we're literally like 20 days into the month. So it hasn't affected me yet, but it will. There's a number of gigs that I do throughout the rest of the year that can no longer hire me. Legally, cannot hire me. And I've heard stories already of some people that were all set and hiring musicians for a particular job, and then the minute the law passed, they canceled the contracts and hired people from out of state just because of the law. If I'm getting hired from an out of state employer and the checks I'm receiving or the payments I'm receiving are coming from another state, then I'm okay. But if it's in California, it's not okay. Yeah, exactly. There are so many instances with musicians, especially where you might get hired just for one thing. They need you to come in and track drums on one song, or it's just a one-off gig or something like that, and they need a substitute, or they just need somebody for one night, and you're only going to get paid, a little bit of money anyway. Well, it's 10 times more expensive now to just hire some guy for one night. Yeah, it really was not well thought through at all when they did it, and I know there's a group of musicians that have been talking to some of the politicians in town and trying to bring some awareness to this, but as of right now, in terms of what's going to happen, I'm not really sure. Over the course of the next couple months, I have a lot of local dates in Los Angeles, actually. I'm booked a couple times a week, usually somewhere in LA. Outside of that, tour dates and things like that, everything can be found on my website, which is livingdeaddrummer.com. It's fairly up to date. All of my tour dates get posted there, so you can see when I'm going to be playing in your town. And then you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All of them are at Living Dead Drummer.